Happy Thumbs Gaming. Big show.
What's up, everybody? It's Brian with Happy Thumbs Gaming, and we have another LEGO Marvel Avengers video for you. This happens to be the Hub 3 Barton's Farm Free Roam. And this one's got an extra gold brick in it. And speaking of gold brick, we've got all of the collectibles down in our video description with quick links. And you might notice there's only 7 links to the gold bricks. That's because Stan Lee, when you free Mr. Lee, you actually get a gold brick for that as well. So we're going to grab the 2 vehicle tokens for completing the 2 races in the area. And we're also going to grab all 10 character tokens, which one actually is a 2-for-1. So, all right. So, hey, once you're ready to go, let's go ahead and head to space. And we got to look for this flag that has a little bit of a bow and arrow on it. So it is black with a red logo on it, and you can see here we've got a handful of collectibles, and we're going to go ahead and jump right in and get to getting. Now, if you're new to Happy Thumbs Gaming, or maybe you've just simply forgot, we do speed these videos up, and we have removed all loading scenes and things like that to kind of help make sure that you get through all of this as quickly and as easily as possible. Now, to start things off, we're going to go for a gold brick, which is actually right in front of us. But as you can see, we have some things we need to do in order to complete this little puzzle. Now, this is one of those time-based switches, but we need to get power to it. And to start that off, we're going to need to destroy this box. So do a nice little butt slam for you and rebuild the blocks up into a boost or a speed boost pad here. And of course, we know our good buddy Quicksilver can take advantage of those, so mount up the old pad, charge up the meter, and watch him do his business. Boy, I used to do irrigation systems, sprinkler systems for homes back when I was younger. Boy, I wish I had that kind of speed. That would have surely helped out. All right, so once you do build up the piping, or the power line, so to speak, flip the original switch that wouldn't work, and this will give power to the timed switch, which as long as you get the switch pulled while it's in the green section, booyakashow, it'll open the door and kick down with the first gold brick. All right, gold brick number 2 is actually going to be found out just kind of ahead of where we were up on the left side hill. Now, we're going to try to do a clockwork-wise motion around the area, and hopefully it'll work out for you just the same. But gold brick number 2 just simply requires a little bit of digging to go ahead and rip open this crate, and it pukes out a nice gold brick for us. So, woo! 2 down, and 6 more to go? All right. Next in line is going to be right around the corner over here. And we've got this big barn. And on the side of the barn, you're probably going to notice there's like this propane tank, as well as, it looks like, a grapple hook right above it. So pull out your favorite grappler and rip down that, revealing the first of 3 targets. We're going to go ahead and target that guy with an arrow, and it actually charges this power line back to this box here. And, oh, look at that. We've got another grapple point. So we'll go ahead and rip that open and hit that with another arrow. And that charges up the second one. And, oh, look at that. We can see there is one more line needing power, but it's inside the barn. So go ahead and make your way around to the front side. And we'll go ahead and get on inside there. What, are you born in the barn? Somebody left the door open. All right, luckily for us, they were born in the barn, and we can go ahead and walk right inside, and right where we see that power line coming through, we can see there's a little bit of a scan point here. So we see the little floaty bits. We go ahead and pull out our scanner, beep, boop, boop, beep, boop, boop, and look at that. We're going to go ahead and find these 4 magical points, and when in doubt, spam away. I know some of you say that it shows you where they are, and I know originally, like at the beginning it does, but if you don't see where those 4 are, like say you're looking down at your notes or something, perhaps, you might find yourself spamming away like that. But once you get a completed scan, it reveals another grapple point, and of course you can see there is a target there. So go ahead and hit the target. It powers up that box in the back and reveals yet another gold brick. So woo to the hoo! We'll go ahead and make our way out and around and grab that before we forget about it. Or I should say, before we forget about it. All right, so we'll go ahead and collect that bad boy. And look at that, a nice little gold brick air biscuit. Do you see that again? I don't know what's going on there, but it's a little poof, a little heart poof every time. Anyways, all right, so there is a race right here. We're going to hold off on that. Next, we're going to go inside, and there are 6, I repeat, 6 spider webs scattered throughout the inside of the barn. Now, a couple of them are really easy. As you can see, we've got 2 already. Here's the 3rd one. Next, there's actually one right up there, but I don't see it behind the boxes. So I make my way across the barn. Now you're about to see an edit. I hate to bring it up, but we ran outside thinking they might have been on the outside, and turns out they're not. They're on the inside. So make your way up onto this ledge using the ladder, destroy the boxes up here, and then of course take out the spider web behind it, giving us 5 of 6. Now, you probably already noticed the last one. We ran right by it already. It's hiding behind this hay. So go ahead and get behind there, blast away, and look at that. Booyakashow. All 6 gets you the gold brick. And that's going to pretty much solve everything for inside the old barn here. We were a little unsure at first. Do a couple butt slams and grab some studs, and we're like, all right, we've had enough. Let's roll on out. Next up, right outside to our left, of course, is this race. But there's also something on the roof here. Now, I looked down at my notes real quickly, and of course, my notes, I saw the keywords on roof. So I flew up there. Now, this box is what we need to open up, but how do we do it? There's no power lines or anything getting to us. As you can see, there was a little bit of a dead second there where I wasn't moving at all. It's because I was looking at my notes to make sure I was doing the right thing. And sure enough, there's this little shed right down below and kind of behind the race. We're going to melt that with our heat ray. And once we get it melted, we actually find some bouncing bricks that can be built up into a Captain America shield switch. So pull out your favorite shield-wielding character and go ahead and target that and spin that around and watch what happens. It must have been Bluetoothed. We got some Wi-Fi going on here, some sort of wireless connection that opens that up for us. And look at that. It actually spins the side planks on the barn there around for us to jump up and climb up. But hey, we've got flying characters. Why wouldn't we just fly up there, right? And all right, moving along. We've got a race down here. So we could start off the race and run through this, but you know what? I started thinking about it. Why wouldn't I use a fast guy? So I let the race end, and I've got my fast guy Quicksilver out, and now I can take on this race with a little bit of extra ease and reassurance that I'll have enough time to get through these. Now, keep in mind by pressing or holding the circle or B button, you should get a little bit of a speed boost. Hey, if you run by one of them, you should have enough time to turn around and get back through there. Now, I am really easy on the boosting. Only when I'm looking in a straight line will I really do it. And it gets really sketchy, too, because if you hit like a bump or a ramp or any kind of anything, even a curb, it'll send you flying right up into the air. Like, look at that, I'm flying, woohoo! But basically, you just got to make your way all the way around, get all of the little checkpoints. And it should be pretty easy for you. I know a couple of you said that, you wish I could do the races for you because I make them look easy. Well, I promise you, do it once, figure out where the checkpoints are, do it twice, and you'll knock it out. Stick with it, you'll get it. I promise. A lot easier than the Marvel superhero ones, that's for sure. All right, moving along. We've got Butterball standing over here on the back porch of the house here. So walk up and approach him, and he actually asks us if we'll take on a short little mission for him. And we're always down for a short little mission. So, oh, look at Quicksilver. He just ran out and got some ice cream. Hey, man, where's mine? Come on. But it turns out the mission is we got to take him around. He wants one of those Hulk selfies. So, and it has something to do with his kitty cat, too, I think. If I remember right. Yep, we got to chase this little kitty cat all the way around. And so, yeah, get your meow meow on and follow him all the way. And obviously on your map, on your compass there, it actually shows you where the cat is. So if you're worried about it, you don't see him, or maybe you go to on your screen, and just follow the red blip on your compass there. And eventually he'll come over to this tree. And I thought I needed to get up there and, fly up there, touch him or something, press circle, something. But nope, turns out you just got to wait. And eventually this little circle will pop up and it'll cue the old selfie with Hulk and Butterball. So, all right, we got that. And looks like he'll be able to upload it and share it with all his friends. And look at that, for helping him out and taking that selfie with him, we actually get the character token for old Butterball. So that's very nice. We'll take it. And we're going to get our shrink on and change back into a different character that's not all green and angry. And we're actually going to fly up onto the side of the farmhouse here. Now, there's a couple of things going on in the farmhouse, and I apologize because we actually should have gotten this other thing up on the roof too, just because we were close enough. But we come back and get it later. But basically, we need to go to the back side of the house, and we find all of these little points that we need to fill up with arrows. And this one's kind of different than before. Normally, we shoot arrows into these little holes, and they create twirly pulls. Well, we're kind of doing that, But really what we're doing is it's completing the circuit. So by filling all the holes, it allows the power to travel all the way through. And yes, we can actually use these as twirly poles, but they're more like squirrely poles with Quicksilver. It's pretty hard to control what's going on. And to be honest with you, I didn't even know he had the agility ability. So that was kind of a learning experience for me. And look at me. You got to go stealthy if you're going to use these, because when you get to the end, there's that security cam. So as it turns out, you do use these as twirly poles. So. And there's a box that needs a butt slam over here. It's kind of in your way, but be careful and patient. You should be able to knock it off. If you've already gone into the stealth mode, you should sneak right by that security cam, flip that switch, and open up and grab that brick. Grab that brick. Little Devo for you. You guys ever heard Whip It? Whip it good. Brick it good. We'll have to change that up, huh? Maybe I got a new song I just invented. Hoo-hoo. All right, so we got another puzzle right out on the back side or back corner of the house here. We can see that there are 3 generators in total, but one of them has a red dot or a red light over the top of it, kind of indicating that it's not functioning. So I look at my notes and I see that there's supposed to be a shed right next to it with a pump it up station in it. And look at that, there's the shock panel we need right there. And luckily for us, we actually had the Age of Ultron Black Widow version out. And look at that. She actually has the charge sticks that allow us to charge that up. Now, I'm assuming you have her, but if you don't, Thor will get the job done as well. And once you pump up that little shock panel there, it actually overloads the generator that had the red light on it, and it bursts into flames and into many pieces. So change into a character that'll put out the fire. Loki can put it out with his... whatever that is that he's got going on. And of course, Captain America can put it out with a shield. Sif also has a shield. There's a few people that can do the job for you. And I'm sure I'm leaving out a few as well. And basically, you got to build that up. And once it's built up and the green light's on again, you have to go charge up that electric panel again. So we're going to switch on over to, back to the old Age of Ultron version of Black Widow. And one last time, we'll go ahead and pump it up. That's right. And look at that. It's working like clockwork now, and check it out. It actually opens up the back box and kicks down with a character token for Laura Barton, which, if you didn't know, that's Hawkeye's, I guess, girlfriend? I don't know, it's weird. He mentions he doesn't have a girlfriend in the movie, but he's got kids with the lady, so I don't know if he's married to her or not. Maybe you guys know a little bit more about Miss Barton. But, all right, moving along in front of the house here, you can see there's a little red circle or icon there. We simply walk up to it and press the icon indicated, and it starts this battle with Mr. Cottonmouth. Not exactly sure who or where this villain is from. I guess maybe he's not a villain. I just assume he's a bad guy because we have to fight him. But, he's he looks like something you'd see at Disneyland or maybe the old Wally World. But it doesn't really look that much of a threat, and unfortunately, though, he has a ton of hearts. But fight him, wear him down, take all of his hearts from him, and you will be rewarded with the character token for Mr. Cottonmouth. All right, so we're making good ground here. We're about halfway through the video, maybe a little bit beyond that point. And we're going to kind of go back to the outskirts here and kind of make our way around. Now, there is that gold door. We already melted off the shack, but right up behind that, we can find this little spot here with the Gorilla Girl. And she's got a mission for us. Look, it's splashing for fashion. I love all the wordplay and stuff they bring to this game, and it brings me joy. All right, so basically she needs us to go around and find a couple of items. So she's gone swimming, and somebody pulled a prank on her and stole all of her clothes. So when she got out, she had nothing to wear. And although, the human body is nothing to be afraid of, if you're a superhero that transforms into a gorilla, you might have some things that you don't want to share. I don't know. All right, so moving along from that, we're going to fly up onto the barn. We're just simply following these 3 red blips on our compass down there. And the first one, as I mentioned, was up on the barn. The second one is out over here. It actually requires a little bit of telekinetic ability here. There's this box just kind of sitting here. And I don't know if this box was here before you speak to her or not, but I'm pretty sure you can't do anything with it until you speak to her. Go ahead and open up the box with your telekinesis. Gives us the pants. And I guess at this point, there's no more, where's my pants? Kind of missed an opportunity for that, didn't I? All right, the third and final red blip on the radar is this weird pile of flowers, or I guess stack of flowers here. I don't know what it is. What is it? A brush of flower? I don't know what it is. You tell me what it is. A group of flowers, a cluster of flowers, whatever it is, smash them and reap the benefits of the final item needed, and then make your way back to the icon. And, all right, go ahead and speak to her, and she's actually going to thank us. And, yeah, I don't know if she transforms in front of us or not. That might be a little awkward, huh? I guess not. But we get the character token for Gorilla Girl, and she's a lot like the Hulk in the sense that she has a human form and a big minifig form, too. Oh, look at that, it's Mantis. So flying along the same little pathway, following that long wall, or the boundary, or the fence, we find Mantis standing here, and it looks like she has got a little bit of electricity going on here. I'm not familiar with Mantis either. I apologize to you big Marvel fans out there. There's a lot of these lesser-known characters that I'm just not familiar with, and if it weren't for these games, I wouldn't even know they existed. But, all right, so we got Mantis, and she's going to follow us around this time, and we have to take out these weird plant things here. So, to be honest with you, I thought we had to wait until they got bigger, so I was kind of like waiting for it to do something since we're close to it. But as it turns out, you just need to give it the old pow right in the kissa and knock its block off. So, we take out the first one, and again, we're just following our compass down in the left corner there and looking for those 4 red blips. So 2 down, 2 to go. Now this next one's over here, kind of in the middle by old Stan Lee where he's trapped, which we're going to get to here shortly. In fact, I believe it's next. And yep, it sure is. Looking at my notes, indeed it is next. But last but not least, it's kind of over by that gold wall that we took down in the shed. And look at that. She's awfully happy that we helped her out. And as a reward, we now officially have her character token. So I don't know, it's kind of weird that we do favors for people and then we own them after that. Isn't that weird? I don't know how I feel about that. Anyhow. All right, so here we go. Mr. Lee is in the middle here, and he's inside a chicken coop, but the chickens are kind of giving him some trouble. So we're going to get close to him, and we're going to notice that all of these chickens have the mind control ability. So we're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to control all 4 of these chickens and lead them back to their little coop area over here. And eventually, we freely, and keep in mind, we get a gold brick for doing this as well. So it's kind of a 2-for-1. And although I mentioned a 2-for-1 in our intro, that's not the 2-for-1 I was talking about. We actually get a character 2-for-1 coming up here shortly. So there's our gold brick and a check mark for freely. And now we're going to move along back to this little greenhouse area towards the back. Right away, we recognize that there is some blue glass needing to be shattered, so we pull out Hawkeye and use his sonar arrows to get our on, and look at that, we bust it open, and all right, so total confession here. I miss this dig spot in the back there. You can see right to the left of that box, hiding back there, is a dig spot. So luckily for me, I'm a good editor, and I found a way to edit it in and make it look like I didn't mess that up. But I'm an honest guy, so I told you about my mistake anyway. So anyhow, there is that dig spot. Switch to your favorite character with the digging ability, and go ahead and slide on through. And once you get through there, you're going to have to destroy a little bit of shrubbery, and then get to the switch over here. But you'll notice it's in need of repair. So switch to Tony Stark, Iron Man, or your favorite repair guy, and go ahead and build that back up, flip the switch, and watch it open, and gold brick. All right, nice little air biscuit in the back there too. You see that? It's showing hearts, and I don't know if that's because it rhymes with another word or what's going on there exactly, but anyhow, this is kind of one of our most requested character tokens. We don't have a lot of these guys, but sometimes somebody just wants to know where a specific character is, and Squirrel Girl seems to be a pretty popular Marvel character that they brought into this game. So we're going to walk up to this tree here, and we're going to approach old Squirrel Girl, and we've got this mission called Going Nutso, and basically she's got some squirrels that are scattered throughout the area. So it's kind of like the old kitty cat one, and luckily we already solved that one, because I can't imagine a kitty on the loose with some squirrels being on the loose is a good combination. I know my cats certainly chase the local squirrels around, and I can't imagine that's good for them. So, all right, so basically there are 5 blips on your map, and you need to follow those to go find and recover 5 squirrels. The first one is going to be right behind the greenhouses that we were just messing with. Now, these next ones go kind of fast, so pay attention here. We've got one over here kind of at the shooting range. And although it's right below me and I don't actually touch it right away. Oh, there it is. It's hard to see. It's right behind the hay there, or the hay. Now, the next one is right over here, and I fly right over the top of it. As you just saw, it's right there in the middle of the playground, and I accidentally hit the circle button as I went over it, so I apologize for quickly grabbing it. The fourth one is actually hiding behind the hay bales, kind of over by where we originally started. And then the fifth and final one is actually just beside the giant red dinosaur up on the hillside there. So again, if you're having any trouble, just use your compass down below and you should get right to those. And if you're having trouble from there, you can use our locations that we see on, or use the locations we find them at on the video, rather. All right, so I got a little distracted there because she was speaking Squirrel. I don't speak Squirrel, so it made me laugh, and I really appreciate what they've done with this character, especially since I know very little about her too. But it looks like we unlocked the Unbeatable version, so I don't know if that's like a catchphrase of hers or something. Maybe you guys could drop a comment down below and maybe fill me in on what's so special about that character. But all right, moving along though, we're gonna go ahead and take on this flying race. You know, in the early Marvel game, Marvel Superheroes, we actually used Iron Man for pretty much all of the flying races, and we really liked Iron Man. But for the most part, we've been using Thor in this version of LEGO Avengers. And although it turned out we used Iron Man for this, and it was really simple. And if you look, I've got plenty of time left over. And, you know, the flying, it almost seems like it kind of flies for you. Like, as you make it through one checkpoint, it kind of almost lines you up with the height. I mean, you kind of have to adjust a little bit, but you notice I'm adjusting, and even like right there, I went down, but I was already kind of swooping down naturally. So, you know, kind of let the flying do the majority of the work for you, but at the same time, you're going to have to, you know, kind of compensate for a little bit of those changes. So successfully make it through there, and you will unlock the tractor, which belongs to Hawkeye, which we fix in Age of Ultron, the movie with Tony Stark. It's actually kind of the cue to actually get into that barn and have a little meeting with old Nick Fury secretly. All right, remember I said 2 for 1 earlier in the intro? Well, here we go. We're actually going to do one mission here by helping these two guys, and it's going to give us 2 character tokens. I guess they kind of come together as a package deal, but we're going to accept this mission. It's pretty simple. We just got to follow him around. And, you know, I got to be honest here. This is a little ironic. There's a giant dinosaur, and the dinosaur's worried about some scientists. Like, are you kidding me? Why not just gobble them up with those big old teeth, you know? Like, ooh, what big teeth you have there. It seems like that's what the scientists would be saying. And then the dinosaur would be like, oh, the better to eat you with. You know, kind of one of those kind of a deals. But in this particular case, that's not how it goes, and we need to follow him around and take out all of the bad scientists that show up to try to take him out. Maybe they're not all scientists. Maybe they're henchmen of some sort, too. I'm sure he probably told us in the mission advisory there back there, but I talk over that stuff, and usually I'm reading my notes. It's kind of my spot that makes it look like, it looks like I'm doing something productive, but really I'm reading my notes, trying to figure out what I'm doing next, so I look like I know what I'm doing. But anyways, eventually after 3 or 4 different stops and defending your fellow friend and dino here, you get all the way to the back. He thanks you for your time, and he kicks down with, like I said, both the Moonboy and the Devil Dinosaur character token. So we'll add those to our overall, and we'll get to getting, huh? Booyakashow! Oh, I guess I labeled them wrong. I put Moonboy first, but it was Devil Dinosaur. I guess they went alphabetically. I did not. All right, now last but not least, out here on the missions, we've got this weird spot out here. I guess it's not a mission. It's really just an event that takes place. But up on the back of the hillside here, we've got this rock. If you smash the rock, it will reveal a cracked wall in the ground, and we can go ahead and pull out a strong character like Thor to go ahead and get our smash on. Once he smashes that crack, it actually reveals some black Lego bricks or some cosmic bricks, whichever you prefer to call them. We're going to switch to the Ultimate Ultron and manipulate those to bust it open and reveal the character token for Egghead. That's right. Egghead, that sounds like a bad guy as well. Not sure, though. A lot of these guys I'm uneducated on, and I apologize for that. All right. I told you earlier we missed a mission or a moment on top of the house here, and then we'd come back for it. We're going to do that now, and it all starts with the chimney here. On both sides of the chimney, there are little pipes that need to be destroyed. You can see that I've destroyed them, and now there's water flapping around, and we're going to freeze that water with Loki, and that becomes 1 of 2. Now, I totally messed this up and didn't realize there was 2 parts, so you see an edit there. But as it turns out, on the back side, there are some more pipes, and you take those out, it reveals some more water. We're going to go ahead and switch back to Loki again and freeze that water. Now, keep in mind, there are probably other characters that can freeze water. I'm not sure. I haven't done any homework beyond what I needed to know. So once both of those are frozen, regardless of who you use, it will reveal a character token up top. And we can go ahead and fly up and grab that, and it's going to give us the final character token for this area. Now, all right, I had already recorded this prior to finding out this information. But as it turns out, you can actually hit your pause button, whether it's start or options, whichever console or button it is for you, and that'll bring up your pause menu with your totals, with your red bricks, your gold bricks, and all that, which you'll see here in a second. Now, I use that option to go to space and go and check my totals up in space. Well, actually, I lied. I just went to the go to space button. But you can actually hit the square button on your pause menu, and it should give you the area total. So from here on out, I will be doing that in future videos. I had already recorded this video, so I wasn't able to use that feature because I didn't know. But as you can see, we proved we got all the collectibles, and that's going to wrap it up for this one. So as for Lego Marvel Avengers Hub 3 Barton's Farm Free Roam, it is now in our rear view mirror, and we're going to move on. We got more free roam to do. We got, I think, 4 more areas, and then we're going to take on Manhattan, we're going to break that down into a couple of different areas. So hopefully you'll be able to follow along with ease. And hey, if you guys have any questions or requests, or maybe you got a comment, maybe we helped you get a kit that you couldn't find or something, I don't know, whatever it is, drop on over to Facebook, Twitter, or simply comment, vote, subscribe down below. We also have HappyThumbsGaming.com, links for all of our social pages, including our website, including our trophy achievement guide, including our playlist. Whoo! They can all be found in the video description. So, one last little tip I'll throw in too. I haven't said this in a while. Did you know if you're looking for Happy Thumbs Gaming videos, if you simply add the HTG at the end of your search, it'll help you weed out all the others and get to our videos? Hey, you learn something every day. All right, that's going to wrap it up for me. As always, until next time. Grab that brick. See ya.